What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're going to head on into the Evolution Cup, which is such a cool meta. It's been a long time since they've had this format around, but basically what it means is only middle evolutions are allowed. Pokemon that have a pre-evolution and a post-evolution only. So Pokemon like Lickitung that have an evolution but don't have a pre-evolution are not allowed. But Pokemon like, for example, Morgrem that have two Pokemon, both Impidimp and then Grimmsnarl after the fact, that Pokemon is allowed here. So it's a very cool meta where a lot of interesting picks can potentially come out on top. I'm going to try out this team here with Golbat as well as Piloswine, and then Morgrem in the backline. This team looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see it in action. But before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get to the battles and see what this team can do. Golbat into Shadow Primeape. Okay. Well, love to see this here. We see a Charge Bug on the safe swap. We have the Piloswine to counteract this, and hopefully at this point, they're not running some crazy move here. I don't think there's any move they could run that would be worse than just going, like, straight X's are here. Big X's are coming through him. Yeah, we survived two of those, actually. Kind of. I'll go for the high horsepower just to guarantee a shield or a knockout, because technically they would survive an attack here if I went for the Icicle Spear. Oh, we actually do get his shield. Okay. And I should be able to outpace him still to the next Icicle Spear after this. So we're going to go for the shield here, and we'll go for the next move in just a second. Could be like potentially a Sealeo in the back line. All right, CMP, just to make this as uncomfortable as possible. Now I have a lot of energy potentially for Primeape if it comes back in. But we'll see if they want to bring that in, or if they want to potentially bring in their third Pokemon. I would imagine Primeape comes in. Yeah, it makes sense. 3, 4. We have the Icicle Spear ready to go. With that said, they do get a pretty hefty farm down here, which I don't love a lot, but... Oh. Okay. Well, this is fine. I mean, I know this isn't the best matchup for Golbat, but with how low on HP their Primeape is, I think we should just win this game. Because I can go for the Poison Fang. They likely don't shield, and now it's just going to be farm down range. I wonder, do I shield this ever? No, it's just a Body Slam. I think I just live straight up. So I let this go. I get another Poison Fang off, and then I should be able to just Sucker Punch down with Morgrem. I don't even have to shield his Surf, I don't think, so I can save it for a potential close combat later on. But we'll see, I guess. Big Poison Fang, we do get the shield, and we end up getting a decent amount of damage there, too. All right, Morgrem, do your thing, buddy. I don't think I can ever shield this. It wouldn't one-shot us. A Shadow Primeape definitely could, though, so I'm going to let this through, and we'll see what happens. Big Surf. Yeah, that's honestly not that much damage. We Sucker Punch down. Primeape is at like 1 HP, and nice, we get the win. Mr. the Greatest, that's kind of a scary name. Do we think this guy is actually that good? Shadow Golbat into Primeape. Is this just the most common Pokemon in the game, or what? This is crazy. And they're staying in? Wait, what could they have in the back line that they'd want to stay in this matchup? I know this could be an Ice Punch, but I don't know if I care that much, because it's not going to one-shot us here. It's a non-shadow, so I might as well let it go. A Rage Fist, yeah, that's going to do nothing. Okay, Charge Bug comes in, but I mean, I have my Piloswine, so it's going to play out pretty similar to that last game for now. They're at 3, so they have access to the X-Scissor, but I have a lot of energy left over on my Golbat, and I still have quite a bit of energy and HP on my Piloswine here. 2. Honestly, I'm going to let this go. I think that shielding at this point is kind of unnecessary. I have so much energy across the board here that I don't really need to shield. I'm going to go for the Icicle Spear in hopes that I can farm down after the fact. I actually don't know quite how much damage this does, but there is a chance that we're in a good spot where we can just go for 4 Powder Snows into the knockout. And it looks like that is the case, actually. That's kind of huge. Now I have a high horsepower coming out of this. They could bring in Primeape just to farm us down with a single hit, but maybe they bring in... I mean, what are they doing? They're thinking. I don't like this. What do they have to think about? Okay. Well, I guess... Oh, I should have high horsepower. I was like... I was going to. But then I saw Primeape come in and I got greedy. But they tried to do a peekaboo play. But honestly, that's not very helpful for them. Because I just have, straight up, a Sucker Punch user in the back line. That's going to make their life very uncomfortable here. Or I think I just go for, like, the full farm down. Alright, they're at 4. I'll shield this up. And honestly, if I don't Sucker Punch... Crunch, wait. Are they on, like, Crunch Flamethrower or something? I was going to say, though, like, if I don't Sucker Punch down, there's really not much reason to throw energy here. That just gives the Primeape more energy. I might as well just let this go, Wing Attack down with Golbat, and win the game that way. Like, why did they crunch bait us? That would have been insane to no-shield. Anyway, I think we're fine either way here. That is, like, I guess they're fishing for a debuff. That's what they were doing. This game would have been so much funnier if I would have high horsepowered the Crocalor. But, I mean, at this point, oh, dude, Wing Attacks do so much damage. Wing Attacks do insane amounts. I just don't think a Crunch debuff would have done anything for him. I feel like that is so crazy that they actually went for that play, but, you know, we still got the win. Shadow Golbat into Sealeo. Okay, now this is a lead that I know is going to be a little bit tricky to deal with, but I am going to try to manage, I guess. I'll go for a Shadow Ball here, but it looks like they're playing it smart. They're not even throwing energy because they know it wouldn't quite knock us out yet. So they're likely just going to go for the no-shield into, like, the back-to-back body slams. But that's a lot of good damage to land. 10. Okay, I'm going to let this go. At least the first one. If they throw a second move, maybe I'd consider shielding. They go for a body slam, so a good no-shield by us. They have a Surf loaded, though, right now. 11. Okay, I mean, honestly, these Sucker Punches are doing so much damage. If they Surf us, it would mean they're at 1 Powder Snow of energy. Well, if they body slam, they're, like, 3 away from the next. But they're not going to get there if they try to stay in. How weak do you have to be to Morgrem to stay in? Apparently pretty weak if you bring in a Shadow Dusclops. What? Is it? It's got to be Doublade in the backline, right? Like, that's, like, the only thing I could see it being that you'd want to bring this in here. With that said, if it is Doublade, then I could be in a little bit of a scary spot. I'm going to just catch and save my my Morgrem if I can. I feel like I kind of need it, the way they're playing out this game. Oh, nice undercharge by them. Yeah, it's Doublade. Who would have thought? This could honestly be kind of scary still, because that was a really nice undercharge by them. But I have so much energy here. I might actually just get to 2 attacks before they get to 2 Sacred Swords. I need to be 3 away from back-to-back foul plays here. Like, even if I'm not, these Sucker Punches probably put them into range where I just straight up, oh, dude, Morgrem's insane. I'm actually at back-to-back, and I should win CMP. But I was going to say, I think Doublade will be in range where an Icicle Spear knocks him out too, so I think my Piloswine would have been able to deal with it if I had to. But yeah, we just get both shields, and then a knockout. That catch on Golbat was huge. I don't think you can run a team this cripplingly weak to Morgrem, but maybe that's just me. I feel like Morgrem's one of the best Pokemon in this meta. And they can knock us out here if they want to with a Shadow Punch, but, I mean, then I just have my Piloswine in the back line. What would I possibly have in the back that they could win against? I don't know if there's anything in the meta that a Dusclops at this point would be able to beat. Maybe, like, a really swishy Shadow Dragon, like Shadow Dragonair. But even then, like, I don't know if an Ice Punch one-shots that. GG's. All right, dude, King IV, I haven't fought him in so long. Shadow Golbat into Electrode? Interesting. I feel like this has got to be a decent matchup for us, because I just outpaced to Poison Fangs. I think I'm a 5-4 pacing. He's straight 5s, and I have Poison Fang myself. Okay, he caught on. Dude, I queued up in the freaking wrong meta. Great. I gotta stop doing that. Anyway, we'll see what's gonna happen here. Why did I queue up in Open Great League? Only time will tell. 5, okay. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have even brought in my Piloswine here, because this is my best answer, in theory, to the Electrode, right? But I have a lot of energy here, and they probably don't want to shield this, but maybe they do. They're at a Body Slam right now. This is gonna be weird. Maybe I can win an Open Great League team with the Evolution Cup team. We'll see. I guess I'm gonna go for a bait here. Honestly, this is looking like a decent, like, RPS against them, if we can, like, get a good bait here. Okay. 9. You know what? I think I'm gonna let this go. I think I survive a Shadow Hydro Cannon enough to get to another move or force more energy out of them. So that's my play. Yeah, okay. Because, like, now, I think I do put him in kind of an awkward position, right? I have a lot of energy on my Piloswine, and I'm not really going to get Thundershock down by the Electrode. So I should be fine just to bring this in here. 4, 5. Okay, so I shield this up. Obviously, I kind of have to. And then, if Electrode comes in, I just double Poison Fang. I should farm this down, right? Yeah, I can just fully farm down. Shield this up. Poison Fang, Icicle Spear, farm down the Feraligatr, and I think we were actually maybe going to be able to win an open Great League game. They go for the Wild Charge, which guarantees Poison Fang's enough. Yeah, that should just guarantee the win straight up. I guess, you know, who needs to play an Evolution Cup? Maybe these Pokemon are just good enough on their own that you can just run them an open Great League. GG's. Oh, don't like this lead. But you know what? We have answers in the back line. At least kind of, right? Our Piloswine's really good against this, and Morgrem's neutrally pretty solid here. And even just the Sucker Punch damage that we're going to get is going to make it a little bit uncomfortable for them to deal with. So we'll see what they want to do. X-Scissor makes sense. They bring in their own Morgrem. Okay. 5. Huge bait here. Super risky, I know, but sometimes you got to go for a risky play because I'm not in a great spot. We do get a shield. Do I get a second move before getting Sucker Punch down? I might. Well, okay. Honestly, getting energy out of them, I think, is better than trying to reach that second move. Because I feel like there's a chance that a shield advantage Piloswine would have a shot at least sweeping the game. I don't think I knock out here with a Poison Fang. And I think I survived this attack. I'm going to let it go. Could be a mistake, but I don't really want to shield this. I'll take another Sucker Punch here. Oh, nice snipe down by them, actually. But I don't hate this for us either, because while they will knock out our Golbat with that, I might be able to get a 1-shield Powder Snow down against them. I should get... Yeah, I think so, because they should be 3 more Volt Switches away from the next move, so I get a lot of energy out of this. And that's fine, because then with Energy Lead, Piloswine should be able to knock out the Morgrem, and as long as the final Pokemon is not terrible for Piloswine to see, I should be good. Okay, nice. Really good farm down there. Hopefully no Sealeo in the back line, but it definitely could be. Dusclops. Okay, Shadow Dusclops at that. 3. I always need to keep some energy loaded, just because I know for a fact that Morgrem could potentially come in and like get a lot of fast move pressure against us. Okay, they let that go. And they throw on alignment here. I mean, that's just a Shadow Punch. I can't shield this. There's no world that I can shield this, I don't think. I think, honestly, we're probably fine this game, unless we get Sucker Punch down by the Morgrem. But I don't think that's going to happen before we get to back-to-back Icicle Spears. So we'll see. Like, a shield here would be huge for us. But a no-shield's also fine, because then we don't take that Hex damage. And I just need 3 Powder Snows to get to back-to-back Icicle Spears. And we have it now. As long as this knocks out, or like this plus 1 Powder Snow, that's all we need. Big Icicle Spear, get the shield. The next one, I mean, I know Morgrem's good. I have one myself, but I bet this still is going to knock him out. It's not that bulky of a Pokemon. And Icicle Spear is such a good move. Let's go. GG's. We'll see Golbat into Shadow or regular Sealeo. I don't like this lead. We're seeing it yet again here. But we'll see what we can do. At the very least, we have a lot of energy here. And they are throwing energy themselves, which I'm pretty happy about. Because they don't really have to. If they wanted to, they could have just kept on farming up, and that would have been kind of awkward for me. Because honestly, I don't have a great answer to Sealeo on my entire team. So what we're going to try to do is just go for the Shadow Ball, and we get a shield, which is honestly probably the best case scenario, because that wouldn't have knocked out. Now I've got an advantage out of the lead matchup that I wouldn't have otherwise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Is this going to be one of those games where I just invest it all on my Piloswine? I could see that being the case. They body slam bait. They get a little bit greedy here, which I think is very good for us. I'll go for a bit of a greedy play myself and try to play rough snipe them down, because a foul play wouldn't quite do it. But I don't think this is the worst play out there, because even if they shield, yeah, and they don't, I could still set up my Piloswine later on. We'll see what comes in. Marshtomp, wow, okay. Well, I know this thing's actually pretty decent as far as, like, moveset goes. It's Mudshot, Mud Bomb, Surf, I think. So it should be straight 5. So I should be able to CMP after, like, 4 more fast attacks. Oh, Sludge, right. Okay, so 3 more. And I don't think a foul play is quite enough, so I'm going to once again go for the full-on play rough. I kind of forgot this thing even got access to Sludge, I'm not going to lie. Did they shield? They do, wow. I mean, does that not just tell us the final Pokemon has to be like a Dusclops or maybe a Doublade? Either way, I don't want to shield a Pokemon this low on HP, so I'm going to let it go. Does Piloswine win this CMP? It's probably pretty close. Oh, yep, it's the Dusclops. I'm going to high horsepower first, and then I'm going to go and build it to back-to-back Icicle Spears, and I'm hoping that's going to be good enough for us. They're at 2. Okay, good damage. 3. And, you know, if they're not even going to beta Poltergeist, I am not going to shield. I think Piloswine probably wins CMP against the Marshtomp, but maybe I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could just let this go as well, though. I think that's the play. Let this go, make it so I don't get knocked out by, like, a Surf or a Mud Bomb if they get to it, because Shadow Punch is not going to knock us out or put us into farm down range. So yeah, we'll just throw now. And we have back-to-back. So we throw 1 here, 1 against the Marshtomp, and we should win the game. I don't know much about Marshtomp, I'm not going to lie, so I don't really know who has higher attack. Looks like the top lefted. We'll take it. All right. Golbat into Morgrem. All right, probably a pretty good lead here. I do have Poison Fang, which is very much super effective. Only problem being Sucker Punch looks like it's also super effective against us, so hard to say if this is all that good of a matchup. With that said, Foul Play is gonna not be quite as quick to reach, so Poison Fang's will debuff and do all that. Oh, Giga Chad. The Morgrem Golbat core. This is gonna be an interesting game. 7. I'm going to shield this up. They could go for a Shadow Ball. They could potentially bait us, though. I know Golbat could have Air Cutter, too. Oh, okay, they freaking Poison Fang. Thank you, trainer. I should win CMP here, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah. This is going to be an interesting spot to be in now. Like, are they actually on Shadow Ball? I'd imagine so, but they could be on Air Cutter. But they also just still have energy on the Morgrem, right? So I don't think it's worth shielding. I think I'm going to let this go and try to Sucker Punch down if I can. They do Shadow Ball. Good bait by them, going for the bait plus nuke. I'd love to Wing Attack down, but I feel like that's a little bit risky. Yeah, I don't know if I would have got that, saying Sucker Punch is just barely due. Morgrem is at 6, I believe. Oh, yikes, dude. Tinkatuff? That is not a Pokemon I was really hoping to see much of today. I don't know. I don't think we have this one. I think we're in a lot of trouble. ABA Fairy. I have to Wing Attack this down, and I'm taking so much damage here. I'm probably just in Fairy Wind downrange now. And then they go for a Play Rough. Yeah, man, those Sucker Punches. Wing Attack is just not enough damage. I just wasn't able to knock out the Morgrem in time. Shadow Ball. And we'll try to get another move off. If I can ever somehow switch out and get a Foul Play off, if they shield this, that is, like, they have to shield in the first place to give me a chance. Which they do shield, but I can't even swap, so they get an extra Fairy Wind. They're just going to Play Rough us. Oh, man. That is unfortunate. It's so close to being good, but they made a really nice bait call, and honestly, not a lot of wiggle room for my Morgrem. Oh, I guess Flash Cannon works too. Yeah, that's well played on their part. But that's a 4-1. Honestly, with that being the only loss of the set, and it being kind of a tricky core breaker in the backline, I'm not too upset about that. Like, honestly, my best answer to Tinkatuff on this team is probably Golbat, of all things, which, I mean, hopefully I don't see more of those. Shadow Golbat into Lairon. Oh, boy. Wait, this team's so weak to Lairon. What do I even do to a Lairon? I guess I bring in Morgrem and hope. You know, I knew this Pokemon existed, but I was hoping it wouldn't be that common. 6? Could that be... I don't even think that's a Rock Tomb, is it? No, it's a Body Slam. Okay, so we call that at least. And now we're not debuffed. Kind of surprised they'd go for that. 4. So they didn't CMP on the Body Slam. So they should be at like 5 overall. They shield, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. They do get a huge farm down. Oh, wow. Lairon. I don't like you, Lairon. I mean, I have to shield this. Even that they Body Slam bait. Like, I have to shield. Okay, they've rocked him. I mean, I can't shield this, dude. If this is a freaking Rock Tomb, I don't know what to say, man. We're getting swept. I don't even reach... Oh, no! I don't even reach the next move! I have to Poison Fang. I just... Like, what do I do to that? Hold on. I guess I should have instantly swapped into Morgrem, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that really mattered, though. Shadow Golbat into Lairon. Well, we know this is the Team Breaker. We know that there is no play almost whatsoever against this thing. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can knock this one out this time. Because I do get to the foul play first, which is good. Because by getting to this move, I can at least guarantee here that I am not debuffed by the time I throw it, but they will always shield, right? Okay, they don't! Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Winnable. Okay, not winnable, but we might see the third Pokemon, or at least a second, which is always helpful. Okay. I mean, not the best Pokemon to see. But maybe I can do something here. I don't know. I don't love that they have kept the guy alive. I wanted the Lairon dead. Wait, they shield that? I guess I'm going to clear my debuff. Come in, Piloswine. I do survive 2 X-Scissors. Maybe I'm lucky and they discharged here for some reason. We'll see. Okay, they actually do. That's like my one path back into the game is they do that for some reason. Like I'm in a playable spot now, actually. Unless it's a Sealeo in the back, but that'd be crazy. They wouldn't do that. Okay, they are on X-Scissor. Alright. We'll see what they're gonna do. Do they go for the shield here? I would be surprised if they did, but they might if they really are scared of my Golbat and want to save some of their Charger Bug. They let it go. I'm just 2 away from an Icicle Spear, so I should be able to reach this and either get a shield or potentially a knockout. I'd imagine they might actually shield this. I could see it. Okay, we switch. Okay. Well, somehow we're actually dancing a little bit this game. Okay! Lairon does not sweep me every single time I see it. They just have to be incredibly weak to Morgrem for some reason. Alright, Golbat into Dusclops. Interesting lead. I have Shadow Ball, they have Ice Punch. I don't know what they want to do. 5. Alright. I'll go for the Shadow Ball. They don't necessarily have to shield, right? So a bait here is really risky. Because Dusclops is so bulky they would survive, but they do shield. Okay. Try to catch. Because an Ice Punch is going to do less damage here anyway. And with a shield advantage, I feel like I'm in a better spot later on. And I would not mind getting my Morgrem into this. Oh, they do Shadow Punch. That's crazy. Okay. Well, unless that's a cross chop, I should survive this, right? And baiting this out is kind of huge for my Morgrem later on. Yeah, Rage Fist is not enough. But I guess I don't one-shot here with an Icicle Spear. It's non-shadow into non-shadow. Won't do as much damage as I'd prefer. But I mean, either way, we're baiting out a Pokemon I really don't want to see later on. Maybe I can, like, wing attack this down in 1? I think I probably can, right? Nice. And they Shadow Punched my Golbat, so do they even have, like, Ice Punch? I mean, they probably do. They probably just baited us because they thought maybe I'd shield, or maybe they saw the catch, but, I mean, if they don't have it, that's even better. That's crazy. Are they on Poltergeist then? Like, maybe they are. Okay, Togetic. You know, I know this isn't a great spot to be in for Morgrem, but I was actually looking at the Sims. This is not that bad of a matchup. Somehow. And I have the energy still on my Golbat. So, we'll see what they want to do. They Heat Wave, so that's something. I don't know exactly how they want to play this out here, but I do feel like this is still very playable for me. Play rough. Land. I guess I just 2-shield farm down, because I think Sucker Punches should do it. I think they do. Because it's straight 5s to Heat Wave, right? So they should be, like, 4 away from the next. I sure hope, at least. Nice. I get the farm down. I get the foul play off. And then, either they have to knock us out with, like, an Ice Punch here, or if they don't have it, they have to Poltergeist. And if they do knock us out, then I still get to, I get to a Shadow Ball on Golbat, so I should be good. And we just get the foul play. Man, Morgrem's kind of a menace, dude. I thought Togetic was one of the worst things it could see. And don't get me wrong, it's not great, but the fact that you can flip that with just a little bit of an advantage is kind of nuts. Golbat into Golbat, alright. Battle of the gamers here. We'll see who wants to bait, who wants to nuke, and who wants to call it. Who wins CMP? I do. Okay, so I don't have to make the decision first. And that's always nice. Big Shadow Ball guarantees a shield or a knockout. And we do get the shield. All right, this might be a crazy call, but I'm going to let this through. Because honestly, even if they do one-shot us here, a shield advantage could go quite a long ways later on this game. And if they bait us, that's even better. 3, 4, 5. All right. Maybe I should have come in Pilot Swine. I don't know. But I'm fine shielding this up. I have enough of an energy lead here that I should be able to get to a couple of moves against the backline, even at -1 defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CMP here. Morgrem's attack stats actually deceptively high, but Golbat's not even that attack weighted, right? It's got a decent amount of bulk to it. I'll go for the foul play. We get the no shield, actually. Okay. So down goes Golbat. We have a lot of energy here. Bait out the Sealeo. Why are they on Water Gun? I don't know. And I think they CMP'd us. That's worse for my Sealeo, or my Pilot Swine, I guess. That's very bizarre. Okay, what do I do? I mean, I guess I should have play roughed. They CMP'd us. I was not expecting that. Oh, they undercharge? Okay. So they're at 3. I do get to a Poison Fang here. Actually, do I? No, I don't, 'cause, yeah, they're at 3. Wait, why am I losing to a Water Gun Sealeo? Like, I literally have to shield this, but that is the worst possible thing that I could do this game. I think I might lose to this, actually. Oh, and they catch, because they're absolutely insane at this game. But maybe we get a shield here. Okay, we actually do. They thought I was better than I am. Wait a second. Please tell me somehow this is going to work out for me. Honestly, maybe I want to, like, undercharge this a little bit. Because I want to get a farm down with my Pilot Swine, so I don't take a move like a Water Pulse. This is, like, the perfect scenario here. This should not be working out. This should not be working out, but I think it's about to work out. I think it's about to work out. They thought that I reacted to that, which honestly, I respect that they respect me. But I'm not that good. I am not that good at this game. I think Icicle Spear plus the Powder Snows will knock out before I'd reach a high horsepower anyway. Okay. I don't know how we just won that one. All right, Primeape lead. Pretty good stuff for us to see. And honestly, I don't love to see Sealeo, so I am fine to see this here. I'm going to go for a bit of an odd play. I'm going to chip and dip here with a Poison Fang just to guarantee the middle matchup, because I don't want my Pilot Swine anywhere near this. And this should make it a lot easier for Morgrem to deal with. 8, 9. All right, they're at back-to-back Body Slam right now. I'm going to shield once, because it might be a Surf. Nice. Okay, good shield. So they're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I should be able to get a full farm down if they let me. Like, if they... Well, I mean, there's not much they can really do other way. But, like, you know, I'll go for the farm down no matter what. Yeah, we have a lot of energy here. I am a little bit concerned about the energy the Primeape might get. I'm going to go for double foul play. It's not a guarantee to do this, but it should be, like, probably consistent to play it out this way. Okay, good no-shield by them. 3. I just want to get consistent damage here, because if they shield a play rough and farm us down, that's pretty bad. But if I go double foul play, even if they double no-shield, at least I can guarantee that this Primeape's pretty low on HP. Dude, they run Chansey in this meta? I can't believe there's actually a Chansey player here. Alright, well, this is going to be interesting. I have no idea how this one's about to play out. 9. Alright. Well, Chansey, it's best buddied. It's very bulky. I don't know. I don't know. It's actually kind of scary to see. 10. Why am I counting? I don't know my Chansey counts. 12. What is it? 12 to a Hyper Beam? I don't know. I don't get knocked out by Hyper Beam at least, but this is so weird. They do shield that. Maybe I should have baited, but I don't know. Let this go. I mean, I kind of have to, I think. And we'll see how they play it out. They do beam. Makes sense. Ow, that actually does more than I thought it would. I'm in trouble. I think I'm actually in trouble. What do we do here? We'll see, I guess. How do I win this game? I don't know if I can. I need to somehow have this Chansey die. And, like, I can't shield the Chansey's move, so I need them to die before they get to another Hyper Beam. And I don't know how long that takes. I need a Wing Attack down before they get to a Hyper Beam. And, like, they wouldn't throw a move that's not a Hyper Beam here, right? Like, that's... maybe they have Psychic, actually? Oh, well, they shouldn't do that. Now I win, right? Don't I just win by them doing that? I don't know why they do that. I should be able to farm down. Yeah. Well, no one ever said Chansey users knew how to play the game, but I think they had me if they played that out slightly different. Dusclops lead, okay. I have an answer for this Pokemon, but the kind of scary thing is it's in the backline, right? So I don't know exactly where they think my Golbat's going to go this game. Like, do they think this is my one answer to the Dusclops, or do they know that I have a better answer in the back? So I'll go for the guaranteed shield or ton of damage here, and we'll see how they want to play this out. Okay. We go for the catch. They're at 6, so it could be a Poltergeist, I think, if they have it, but it's fine. Yeah, just a Shadow Punch. We easily live that. And in comes a Primeape again. Okay. I've seen the matchup play out this way similarly before, where, like, the final Pokemon, what was it? It was, I think, a Togetic. And if that's the case, and it plays out exactly like the last game, this is not looking that bad for us. Because while they do have a Shadow Punch still loaded on the other guy, Togetic is not a hard answer to Morgrem when I'm up a shield. Yeah, that is so much damage. 1, 2. Actually, this time I get more energy on my Golbat. I get 2 wing attacks, which is kind of nice. 4? Okay. Nice, we get the knockout. Oh, okay. Well, it's actually just a different Pokemon in the back, which is, I think, kind of fine. Like, it's actually probably better. I would imagine it's better. We'll see. I'll go for the foul play. Maybe they shield, maybe they don't. The wonders of the Go Battle League is you never know. They do shield. I think we're fine with that shield. I'll shield this up myself because I want to get more Sucker Punch damage to put them into a guaranteed Poison Fang range potentially later on, but we'll see how they play this out. 5. All right. So they're dry now. I'm going to shield this up, and Dusclops should be at an Ice Punch right now, but I'm outside of Ice Punch range on my Morgrem. And that's if they are even running Ice Punch, right? They throw a move here pretty quickly. What's it going to be? Ice Punch, so they actually do have it. But yeah, that does very little damage. I don't know why they're baiting me with Shadow Punches against my Golbat, but that's like the second time my opponents have done that play. Okay. Now I have a Shadow Ball loaded. We go for the Wing Attack for good timing, because we know they're energy dry, and this should knock them out. All right, not quite as bad of a team as I thought it was. I thought it would be a Togetic in the back line, but Charjabug's even more playable. Golbat gets the knockout. GG's. Shadow Golbat into regular Golbat. All right. Battle of the Bats. I wonder what they have in the back line. Shadow Ball here, I don't think quite one-shots a regular Golbat, but I will throw it instantly anyway, just to see what they want to do. They do overfarm, which is a little bit scary. We'll see how they play this out. Shadow Ball. Oh, they actually let that go. 9. I mean, if I shield properly here, they don't get to another move this game. Okay, good. So they shouldn't get another move off with this, like, against any of my Pokemon. Yeah, we get the farm down. We're 1 away from a Shadow Ball, potentially. We have a Poison Fang loaded. Okay, I'm not going to give a farm down over. Golbat could have more play in the back line. And Sucker Punches here, as we've seen, really do start adding up quite a bit. You know what? I'm also going to shield this move, too. It might be crazy going down 2 shields this early, but maybe it's the best play I've ever done. Okay, maybe it's not the best play I've ever done. There's a Primeape in the back line, so should have probably let that go. Anyway, wow, we're going to get swept, aren't we? We'll see. Maybe I don't. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe there's a chance for us, but it's not going to be a super easy chance, I'm not going to lie. They do Ice Punch, so they can't ramp up their attack just yet, but that does show their moveset. 4, so they have the next move now. the way that I win this game is, like, if I can somehow Powder Snow down the Primeape here, I guess. And with them giving me this fast move pressure here, that's actually kind of possible now, I think. I'll take a Rage Fist. Oh! Oh! Huge misplay by them. I didn't think they'd do that. That gives me so much of an opening now. I can't believe they did that. They got the greedy play. They went for the Rage Fist. That's not enough. And now there's so much work for that Primeape to do. I think we're fine here now. Yeah, because I get back-to-back moves. They need to have a way to knock out Primeape in one hit, and I don't think a Rage Fist is even going to do it from here. And I have the Shadow Ball, so they have to have, like, back-to-back Rage Fist, and they have to hope that a non-boosted Rage Fist knocks out a Piloswine. There's no way. I thought I was about to get swept, man. I thought we were getting swept so hard. But, I mean, I think they might have overthought this a little bit. If they would have instantly thrown the Ice Punch against my Golbat, that game would have been so much harder to win. I mean, aside from the crippling Lairon weakness with this team, I feel like overall this lineup was actually pretty solid. The best thing about it is with Morgrem in the meta being as safe as it is, there's a lot of things that even with a little bit of a bad matchup, you can have a lot of play into. And Shadow Golbat actually was a pretty good pick as well. Even Piloswine in the backline was able to sweep out quite a few endgames. So while I don't know if this is the best team necessarily, these Pokemon all on their own definitely are amazing picks in this format. But thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.